Watch what happens next time. Your boss enters the room. The warm laughter stops instantly. Someone sits up straight immediately. Another person looks at their desk. 5 seconds ago, someone spoke loudly. They argued with total confidence. Now they nod very quietly. They smile and agree completely. Nobody gave a single order. Nobody made any real threat. Yet the energy changes completely. Your brain did it automatically. It changed your tone of voice. It erased your confidence instantly. Why does a simple title matter? Why does it control your mind? The truth hides in your brain. We are going to find it. To understand this instant transformation, we must travel back thousands of years into human history. In ancient times, human survival relied entirely on staying inside a protective tribe. If you angered the leader of your group, you faced banishment, and banishment meant freezing cold, starvation, and sudden death. Because of this harsh reality, your brain developed a strict survival rule: power is dangerous and status must be respected. When your manager walks toward your desk today, your logical mind knows they are just another human being. You know they pay taxes, get stuck in traffic, and lose their keys on busy mornings. Yet your ancient brain software does not care about modern office titles or corporate job descriptions. It sees higher status, and higher status immediately triggers an internal warning system inside your body. This is why your pulse quickens, your shoulders tense up, and your mind goes blank, even when you have done nothing wrong. Psychologists call this deep internal feeling evaluation anxiety. It is an invisible pressure that appears whenever we feel watched and judged by someone higher in the social order. Think about how you behave around a close friend or a regular coworker. When you talk to them, your brain operates comfortably in a safe zone. Your speech flows naturally, your ideas come out clearly, and your jokes land without any effort. Then an authority figure steps into the room. Instantly, your internal safety system enters high alert, monitoring every single word before it leaves your mouth, creating a strange delay in your normal speech. You begin to overthink basic words, you rephrase your sentences 3 times inside your mind, and eventually you choose to stay completely silent. Or even worse, you smile and agree with an idea you secretly know is entirely wrong. This is not a personal failure, nor does it mean you lack courage. It is an automatic psychological defense mechanism called conflict minimization. When power enters the room, your brain prioritizes safety over accuracy, making agreement feel like a safe shield against potential rejection. At Anthrix, our core mission is to uncover the hidden psychological rules that shape everyday human behavior. So if you want to understand why our minds react in these strange ways, hit subscribe and turn on notifications to join our search. Have you ever noticed what happens when a senior manager takes a slow walk through an open office layout? Hands grab computer mice with sudden speed, fingers tap keyboards rapidly, and complex spreadsheets appear on every visible monitor. It looks as if everyone was struck by a sudden lightning bolt of extreme productivity. Psychologists refer to this behavior as impression management. It is a dynamic psychological performance where we act specifically for the person holding power. In these moments, simply doing our daily work is no longer enough. We feel an urgent need to be clearly seen working, because in the presence of authority, quiet reflection looks like laziness, and taking a brief break feels like failure. So we build tactical office theater. We stare intently at printed papers, we walk faster down long hallways while carrying heavy blue folders, and we type random words into search bars. All of this effort sends one simple message to the person in charge: I am valuable, I am productive, please do not target me. It feels strange and unnatural, but it happens everywhere, because status awareness pushes us to display constant visible effort. The most dangerous part of this mental shift is how quickly it can suppress real truth. Imagine a bright conference room filled with talented team members discussing an important project with great enthusiasm. The energy is high, and people are sharing creative solutions freely. Suddenly, the boss walks in, takes a quiet seat at the end of the table, and offers a weak suggestion. 5 minutes earlier, the team would have openly questioned the idea and pointed out the practical flaws. Now absolute silence falls over the room. Eyes drop down toward the wooden table, heads begin to nod slowly, and intelligent adults decide to keep their true thoughts to themselves. This well-documented phenomenon is known as authority bias. It is a cognitive trap where the human brain automatically assumes that higher job status equals higher intelligence and better judgment. We actively suppress our own knowledge because standing out feels like standing directly in front of danger. Your ancient mind convinces you that staying safe within the crowd is far better than being correct alone. Think back to your childhood days at school, the exact moment the strict principal walked into your classroom. The air pressure in the room seemed to drop in a single second, and even the loudest student became totally quiet. Most of us carry that exact childhood conditioning straight into our adult working lives. Without realizing it, we transfer the emotional memory of strict parents, teachers, and school authorities onto regional managers, department directors, and company executives. The moment your brain detects a position of power, it rewinds your emotional state back to feeling small, vulnerable, and exposed. This deep psychological trigger explains why your voice might sound slightly higher when saying good morning to your boss, or why your hands might tremble slightly when handing over a basic document. You are not simply reacting to the person standing right in front of you, you are reacting to the invisible weight of authority that your mind has attached to them over time. Even your physical body language betrays your true feelings through silent biological signals. When you feel safe and comfortable among equals, your body posture naturally expands. You lean back in your chair, you open your arms wide, and you take up physical space without hesitation. However, the second an authority figure enters your space, your physical frame contracts. You pull your elbows tightly toward your ribs, you cross your legs neatly, and you reduce your physical footprint to appear small and non-threatening. This response is an ancient evolutionary instinct found across many species, designed to communicate submissive peacefulness without speaking a single word. By making yourself physically smaller, your brain believes it is successfully reducing the chances of a direct confrontation. So the next time you feel your heart rate speed up or catch yourself overly agreeing with an opinion you disagree with, take a deep breath and pause for a moment. Your true personality did not disappear, and you did not suddenly turn into a weak person. Your brain simply identified a subtle shift in the social hierarchy and activated an ancient protection program meant to keep you safe within the group. The real revelation comes when you realize that your boss experiences this exact same psychological reaction when they meet with executives above them. Everyone in the building is participating in the same hidden behavioral dance, reacting to titles, disguising their doubts, and seeking emotional safety. When you see these invisible mechanisms clearly, you no longer have to blindly follow the instinctual performance. You can choose how you speak, how you stand, and how you respond, because at the end of the day, power is just a story we all agree to believe until someone decides to speak normally again.